to yet another round of the top 32 of the Ultimate Guard Cup. Today it's going to be the French Legacy versus Armageddon Duelist Gaming. I think Armageddon Duelist Gaming is the right name. Not 100% sure, pretty sure though. Let's say 99%. I gotta be honest, we got the spice today.
Oh, you're gonna be in a treat. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it. I don't know if Luyo, do you wanna spoil them already with the list?
Oh no, we're going to wait.
Do you want to tell me what it is?
We are going to wait.
Okay, good.
It is a deck that... Oh, let's make a guessing game out of it. The deck was popular from 2015 till basically just 2015. I think 2016 was fine as well.
Yeah, it was fine.
It has sometimes been called a helmet deck. Had different versions though. This one wasn't the helmet version. It won a YCS. An Italian player won a YCS with it. And oh, hey, nice. The streaming title again is wrong. Is that not nice? No, it's not. Okay, so I'm going to fix that. While you are saying more hints about the match that we're having tonight, we can basically announce the names of the players. I don't know if I have given you the name of both of these players.
Oh yeah, you did say Francesco Simoncelli.
We have Francesco Simoncelli playing for Armageddon, and for the French Legacy, we have Tristant, Remont, and
both prestigious players in this circuit, which a few of them have. They're actually very stacked teams, both of them. French national champion, Tristant, and also having a competitor like Simoncelli, who came in second last year at the European Championships, which was pretty insane. He played his heart out.
Indeed insane. So okay, so I think this is the spot where I can change the name of the stream. Okay, so I think the names are swapped again. Yeah, the team names. Francesco is having an Italy on his side right now. He's probably not going to like that. I mean, okay, it could be fine. Okay, let's just spoiler it now. He's playing Fire King Diagram Cosmo.
Nine field spells in his deck, ladies and gentlemen. 9.
Not 5, not 7.
Not 5, not 7, 9 of them.
It's pretty crisp.
It's pretty crisp. I mean, you do have Viking Island and Diagram to kind of clear this, so you're not really locked under it that much. And of course, you could just turn it into attack position and just attack. And since
those cards to pop your big ships.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you could tribute summon a Slip Rider over Ibli. That works.
Yep. It does. It doesn't limit you to your normal summon. I mean, it does kind of hinder your normal summon a bit if you do have a Farm Girl or a Strawman or a Shark Trooper in hand, but it doesn't really get you. It doesn't keep you out of the game. So I mean, it's not the end of everything. This kind of just locks him out of being the B-Root, which coincidentally he is playing because he needs to clear his opponent's boards. Oh, he's actually just playing Cyber Dragons, not Nibirus.
Yeah, true. Cyber Dragons are really insane right now. Who would have thought that this card would make such a great comeback?
I mean, straight from 2016, it's making its comeback. So we'll see how the train rides. I mean, the Banished just ahead of us. A lot of the stuff we'll be previewing a lot of cards. Hopefully, we'll be shaking up the meta relatively soon. So he is opening the standard Orcus combo, setting Babel, setting 2 cards in path in the turn. More than likely have to be a Crescendo or Impermanence, which is sort of the standard cookie cutter place of the Orcus deck.
I mean, he did not open the standard combo. He had the Harp Horror discard for Mermaid. So this actually plays around basically any hand trap that his opponent could have. And maybe not if he has Veiler, Ash, and Ghost Bell.
Permanence, or...
Yeah. Okay, so... we're waiting for something, apparently.
I think he's considering what he wants to do with his opening play, because there's some issues with playing this deck sometimes that your hands can be kind of off. Got like a Ibli. He has an Ibli on board, so I guess he's trying to figure out what his normal summon is going to be.
No, I mean, he's not playing right now, right? It's Tristan. Because he has like just the basic Orcus combo, but he's not really doing anything.
No. So Luro's activated right now, so he's just kind of trying to figure out what he wants to banish out of his hand.
Really? Okay, so I think my dueling book died then. So let me just quickly switch back to us and reset it. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So we're going to come back soon and then check out how the board has developed. I don't think
nothing really progressed that much.
Oh wait, so it's already Francesco's turn. We skipped so much. We skipped so much. I'm really sorry. I thought that Tristan was thinking about his first Orcus combo turn for hours. Okay.
No.
There we go. Typing in our creative password. Okay. Dueling book, you can do it.
So while Leo's just trying to connect, I can relay him a bit of the information. Are you connected now?
We back, boys. Okay.
Oh yeah. So the short and skinny of it, I guess you can kind of see it for yourself, but for the viewers, I guess, at home, Cosmic Cyclone was activated, chaining in response to the activation of Cosmota, so it got banished. And he banished Cosmo Dark Lady out of his hand with the cost of Allure Darkness to draw some cards out of his deck, which can be a bit risky since you are playing a few one-offs that you probably might not want to see, per se. Because you might end up drawing into a bit more chips. Or the chicken, of course.
Oh wow, he actually searches for Cosmotown again, so he really wants to fix his hand. Or he just wants to add back the lady for the easy plus one. I mean, if he just has a Cyber Dragon now, if he finds a Cyber Dragon, then he can immediately out his opponent's board easily. Just tributing... Oh, not that easily. I mean, he would still play into the Babel. Do we know that the right set card is a Crescendo?
It's not indicated. We don't know the set. Okay. I think the Babel was set out of the deck, so it could possibly just be a Crescendo set now.
Yeah, I think it should be a Crescendo. So even if the Cyber Dragon comes down, then Dingirsu is alive. Okay, what else are we having? Yeah, it could also be Impermanence.
Yep,
that's a good,
which is
good
also
zone for Impermanence if you don't know what you're playing against, because this can then negate scale effects.
Exactly.
You cannot really play around that in Pendulum. And versus Endymion, for example, it's pretty insane because you can get rid of these spell counters, which is sometimes better than negating the actual effects.
Correct. So I guess he's just waiting for a response, checking the graveyards, seeing what he can respond to or get rid of, or...
Yeah.
Because right now he can... I think the only thing he could probably activate is Orchestrated Nightmare. He's lagging right now.
Okay. Lagging.
So he probably wants to reveal the Dark Lady, maybe? Or is just the Tin Can?
Maybe he wants to keep the Dark Lady, just so that he can tribute away the Ibli. Then start popping off. Oh, he shuffled his hand. Okay, so progress.
No, he's lagging a bit, so he's trying to figure out what he wants to do. So he's watching his managed, watching his grave, taking consideration what he probably wants to do with it.
I mean, in the meantime, we can discuss his deck a little. We used to know Fire King Cosmo as the crazy first turn deck. This was one of the first real big combo decks that puts up a board that you cannot beat.
No.
Naming Cyber Dragon Infinity, Dark Lady, Dark Planet, and so on.
Yep, and Dark Destroyer being at one at a time was still pretty dicey, but being able to OTK your opponent through almost anything. Back then, they didn't really have that much, best first turn boards back then, but the Cosmo deck being able to, vomit out everything that they probably need was a very good thing that the deck was looking for.
Yeah, and I mean, now he still plays Infinity, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
He is also running Appaloosa, which is multiple negates in one card.
Yep.
But that's about it. Talking about his... Oh, he also can set up Topologic Bomber Dragon. And he is still attempting to shuffle back the tin can.
Currently, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, he's kind of lagging at the moment. So let us hopefully be patient with it.
Okay, can he now draw a card?
So, I mean, we could probably talk a bit about what his ratios are, and let's see, what do you think of him playing 2 Slip Riders instead of 3? I mean, he does play the
Delta Wing.
He does play Delta Wing, Delta Shuttle, yeah. So I mean. What do you think of that?
I think Delta Shuttle is probably more involved in the combo that Francesco wants to put out.
Yep. So Delta Shuttle does send a Cosmo monster from your deck to grave.
Oh, and Francesco has a disconnect, so that's 1-0 for Tristan. I think we are going to swap out the featured match.
Yes. Yes, that's even... seems like a good idea.
Go back to us and let's quickly decide what we want to see. I think game 3 should be interesting. We just now have to figure out what the names of the players are. Okay. All right. Let's quit this one. I think you should only see me. Okay. No. Okay. We got this.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Okay. I'm gonna switch to that game now. Yep. And as you can already see, let me just quickly inform our judge. We can see Electromite, a discarded Destrudo for Pendulum Call, and a Zifranu being sent to the extra deck by Electromite with Chrono, wow, with Chrono and Curtain Raiser set up.
Yep.
That looks really powerful.
So, I mean, having his extra deck currently stacked like that at the moment, I wonder, but he does seem to be low on cards in hand. I wonder how he'll be able to push a board out because he still needs to get some skill set up.
I mean, he just, ooh, wow, this card I'm always confused about. He added back the Jackal to his hand so he can Pendulum Summon it out. I don't like Jackal King too much in the original Pendulum build.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, how do you...
You don't like it in Pure Endymion? You don't really like it?
In Pure Endymion, I love it.
Oh, okay,
because you have spell counters. Now he's probably reliant on his opponent activating a spell card. And
okay.
He is playing Pure Orchest with Bass Bombard. So also an interesting deck, to be honest. Let me just get his deck list up for you guys. Not for you guys, for me. to provide it to you via information that I give you through talking. Okay, so now I got my sentence straight.
So having the dragon pit, and he does have the Dracos on board. Did he Penior summon his Zephyr or no? I think so, right?
Oh yeah, he did it.
Okay.
I should also get the other deck list up to see if he plays the Dragon Engine, because he could have just sent Supreme King Darkworm. But that
he just did with Dragon Shredded.
Okay, so that was probably a top deck with Electromite. That does not really help him.
Oh, and using Dragon Call as effect, he turns Curtain Raiser into, so that becomes a LP, and he links away the Electromite and the Zephyr Noe, turn that into a Triple Burst Dragon. That is pretty nifty, actually. I like that. I like it a lot. I like the tech of, I think does he play just one Dragon Caller or no?
I have no idea, can't get it up, and my Dueling Book was lagging a lot now. So this does not seem to be a good day to play on Dueling Book. Gotta be honest there. Okay. Let's try to get this up one more time. Should probably stop opening new pages.
So currently he added Gate 0 to hand.
Okay, that makes sense.
Linking into Augur Pain. Chaining the impermanence while chaining the Phantasme that's in his hand, since he still doesn't control any cards, and this allows him to draw.
Wow.
While there's 2, he'll be sending back. So this allows him to just filter through his hand.
Yeah, and that couldn't you have just negated the Phantasma with Jekyll King?
Probably, but I think he might have wanted to save it for something else. I have no idea. Maybe he's trying to play around something like a Nibiru. He doesn't know, but I don't know. I mean, you do have a point, because there's like, but I think he's trying to push through any extra hand traps or any extra disruption. Because this is like game 1 or game 2, if we know.
Should be game 2. I can ask our judge.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see if we have any kind of information about the other games just yet.
So he's going to be linking off the Augur Pain into a Heroic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. It's going to be setting a card, and I think he's going to be passing the turn more or less. It'll be the Zephyr Defiant Strike that he searched off earlier.
True. I forgot about that. I was thinking that the board was rather lackluster, but this makes it more okay.
He has a bounce, he has a negation, he has an Omni negate as well, a counter trap negate. It's really good.
Yeah, but I mean the Phantasma baits out the bounce immediately.
Yep, that's correct. I wonder if I guess if he does play Goliath, he could probably get it off of the Heavenly Spears now, which does keep him off of the
Oh, he plays Goliath in the side deck. Wow.
So let's see if he actually. So if this is game 2, this is something he should probably be getting out of his extra deck now, out of his main deck now.
I mean, it's a great, crazy side deck card. People have dropped it, and that made it much easier to play through bots like this. Wow, he actually plays Exchange main deck. Something I just saw.
I mean, I guess that's kind of... Okay. So I could get behind that. You can take the Nibiru from them, and you could give them like a pendulum card they can't use.
Yeah. Okay.
Cosmic Cyclone, I guess, on a Divine Strike to bait it out.
Yeah, that makes sense. But can he realistically get rid of the Goliath? How does he? How does he?
It is 0-0, so you could just attack over it. It's in defense position as well.
In battle phase already.
Oh, this is main phase too.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't get rid of it. You're right. Oh.
Oh, he might find another impermanence.
That's probably.
Or mind control. Wait, does Goliath say that neither player can special summon monsters from the extra deck effect? Okay.
So it's just continuous.
Yeah, he can special summon something from his main deck. That's good. So he can build up a bit of a defense, just so he can attack over the Goliath in the next turn. Does he find a way to get rid of the Nightmare, so he can send the Gizmek Orochi Serpentron? I don't think he needs to. I don't think he can. So he just passes on a Nightmare. Wow.
Okay. Because a Jackal can probably
not using the Jackal effect on Harp Horror is the right play.
I mean, I really don't, because there could be a lot of nuances to their lineup play, probably what they're trying to consider. Because, like, you could probably try and be playing around extra hand traps, extra bits of disruption. It could be like something like Ogre or something like that. And I doubt that his opponent would be playing it like those kind of hand traps. I think you're right. I think you're right in that respect, that he probably should have maybe negated the Phantasme when it was in hand, and also probably have negated the Hopper Search as well.
Because he can also not play now. He has Goliath on the field. He cannot Pendulum summon from the extra deck unless he summons more Armor Phage cards.
True.
And my DB kind of froze again. How great is that?
I guess you just use the Jackal King and attack over the orchestrated Orca's Nightmare. So I guess you just, since it's 2400, you attack right over it.
Yeah, but this is why I was saying that he had to kind of negate the Harp Horror, because he doesn't have much follow-up. He only has the Goliath and the Harp Horror. That's all he has. And if he lets his opponent get one or two effects, at this point you really have to risk it. You're playing an all-in strategy and your opponent tries to break the board. You gotta play risky because you're not outgrinding pure Orcus.
No, not at all. And he does have like a very stacked hand right now at the moment, so it does look like it'll be a very tough time to grind through. I think he could have probably gotten rid of the Goliath anytime during the main phase 1, but he kind of just opted to just let him accumulate in hand, set a few monsters, pass a turn, let his graveyard fill up a bit, and then probably go off and try to OTK him through the Jackal in the following turn. So that is once per turn anyway, so he should not be too fearful of what should be coming up soon.
No, I also think that he is in a he's in a much better spot. I think Pendulum is way behind. Also, we just got confirmation that Francesco Simoncelli actually DC'd again, unfortunately. So he wasn't able to play his match, and he lost it 2-0. So the French Legacy is 1-0 in the lead.
So just one more to clinch it out. I mean, they will still be bringing you some awesome Yu-Gi-Oh content anyway, so that doesn't really change much. We're featuring this awesome Zephyr Pendulum deck, which is Pendulum in general has not really died off for the last year and a half or two at the moment. It does have a second win with the Mythical Beast engine that has been making a lot of waves recently, and with the recent support of the Endymion cards, which I don't think he's playing though, but it's still really good.
I think he's playing Servant and Spell Power Mastery.
Okay. I mean, those use some free stuff. Yeah, you're right.
That's just basically this small starter engine. He's not going full ham on the crazy good Endymion engine.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So, Nightmare is activated. Sends the World One, and Nicolas kind of has to start negating stuff with Jackal King, because as soon as he gets 2 monsters on board,
this is over.
he can. Yeah, I mean, he can. I mean, he just needs one. He really did not. Okay, so he negated the wand. But if he has Bass Bombard, he can just normal summon it and run over the Goliath. Or Mathematician. Mathematician is much better now. He has the half aura alive. He can just attack over the Goliath and then go full combo and take away all the resources that his opponent has. He can send away scales, preferably, of course, the Dragon Pit that can attempt to pop something. Even though Dingirsu Protect gets rid of that problem as well. He does not have to necessarily attach something with Dingirsu. He really doesn't, because...
Would you not want Wand here though? Just for the extra grind game though? Just in case?
Yeah, but you want to get rid of your opponent's pendulum scale, no?
True.
I mean, what can he possibly have in hand, as we saw that his opponent did not pendulum summon out anything from his hand last turn? And you kind of
for what we know, there is a gate 0 because he did summon the Supreme King Dark before.
True. So you want to really get rid of the Dragon Pit because we know about the low scale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So does he have anything in graveyard that he can use? He can maybe send. Maybe he has a skeleton in hand. He's playing 2. Obviously, it's the Bass Bombard build. Maybe he can send the Bass Bombard. Special summon something from hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so half aura is activated. Now Orcus can play and Orcus can grind, and it can grind so well.
So, Leo, what's the difference between the standard conventional builds and the Bass Bomber build?
Okay, so the standard conventional builds rely much more on Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Mermaid to get into the Orcus combo. This build is kind of post-ban list-ish already. You're playing the triple orchestrated return. You're having more resources to your side as you're playing multiple copies, like multiple copies of all the Orcus cards. Like, this deck was insane in grind games, and now it's like you cannot outgrind the deck. This is so infinite resources. Triple Nightmare, double Skeleton, triple Bombard, triple Galatea even. Wow, that's odd. JK. You're still playing your 1-card combos, being Mathematician and Scrap Recycler, and Armageddon Knight. Also Greffer here. He has so many good discards, so Greffer is really crazy.
What is his hand?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be hand traps. He has Nibiru that he sides in. He has Ash Blossom. He probably has another Phantasme.
Oh yeah, because that was bounced with the Heretic Seal.
Yeah.
So that was bounced.
Right. He has one for sure. It's true. Okay, but I mean, now Nicolas only faces this one Dingirsu, and if we're taking a look at the graveyard of his opponent, there's only a Nightmare. And I mean, that's, of course, he can send a skeleton and then set up the Dingirsu effect, but Jackal King has more than one spell counter. So he can negate in this turn, and then he can negate in the opponent's next turn again. But this opens up a possible Nibiru. If he negates, I mean, if he has Nibiru and his opponent special summons a lot, then this is probably 100% gonna be a Nibiru turn.
I wonder if Nico will be able to be, because right now, because as you said, of course, he needs to try to have the Jackal on board, still create a board himself, and still try to push damage in to clear the board of his opponent while his opponent has like 5 cards in hand.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot to ask for.
That smells like an Ash Blossom, gotta be honest. Okay, so this Trudeau is used. Let me just check his extra deck. He has no level 7 synchro, but he has Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, Ignis to Prominence, and oh yeah, he has Dawn Dragster. That one he can do. But he decided to go for Lambda. I respect that. He just needs to go for Oh wait, did he now negate?
This time he negated Phantasme.
Yeah. Okay.
He was like, okay, this now that I know there's 2 turns passed so far, you've not sent me back row, you have not really summoned anything outside of the mathematician. This is now where I kind of try to do something.
Yeah, but he has to destroy the card, right? I mean, Jackal King destroys the Phantasmate. Yeah. Okay, so there it is.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so is there another scale? Because then he could risk it. He summoned 3 monsters already: the Strudo, the Servant, and the Lambda. So if he decides to go for a ball saw play, I can kind of see Nibiru coming in there. Oh.
Okay, so he can summon the Servant, Worm, Curtain Raider, and Time Gazer if he wants to. So he does have a bit of access to some stuff he'll probably want.
I mean, it looks like he's trying to go for the OTK play. Now he decides to really go in.
Okay.
And if his opponent has Nibiru, then he's going to get punished for not committing to negating the Nightmare earlier, which was a pretty low risk negate, as there is like no Nibiru that can destroy you that turn, and no real risk. That was basically just a grind effect. And if he stops that, then there's nothing that his opponent can do, and he basically stops the turn. But if he goes for, like now, his opponent could already Nibiru, and he could negate that.
Yep. Yeah, you can. Like he could have, but he already used it already now, so we'll see. He already used it on a Phantasme, so right now he can just banish the Orcus Nightmare, I guess, to summon our Horror, Symbol Skeleton.
Yeah, right. He can just let his Dingirsu die, and then actually have the protect if he doesn't have the if he doesn't have the Nibiru, then he can still rely on his. Oh, he might go Dweller first, but he doesn't. So this is going to be Boros, but I don't think that he's thinking about the Nightmare.
No, I don't think so either.
Wow.
Interesting.
That is such a big commitment to not OTK your opponent.
Oh, Veiler. Okay, so he'll turn the Dingirsu into defense, I guess. But that actually keeps him from being OTK'd, though.
Yeah, but I mean, he kind of has to turn it into defense position now, so that he can actually run over it. But then the Nightmare is alive. But if you don't, then it's not a good spot.
No, not at all. Not at all. Like the Veiler, though.
I think
we haven't seen this for like a format. Jesus.
I think the game-winning play would be to at this point leave the Dingirsu up, negate the no, Dingirsu can attack over. No, he can actually turn the Dingirsu if it wants to attack of Jackal King to defense position, so that if the Nightmare is the only play that he has, he can negate it.
Oh, he doesn't respond. He just passes. Oh, I like this. I like this play a lot. I like this play. I like that he puts it on him to respond to this. That he needs to, like, of course, he'll use Nightmare, send Horror, or summons Symbol, and still have resources for next turn. So he probably go like Long Riso and stuff. But still, this is good. This is a good step in the right direction. And he does have access to Jackal King next turn, so he does have 2 form of disruptions potentially in Boros Sword and the King.
Wait a minute.
What's up?
I do not see Effect Veiler on the deck list. Even though I'm not sure if I got the right one. So it's Armageddon Duelist Gaming, right?
Yes. There's none in any.
I mean, I just have to check the player who is actually playing now, who discarded the Veiler.
Ah, okay.
Now everything crashes because There is a lot of weird stuff going on this computer now. And with my internet connection, I'm really sorry, guys. Yeah, everything is just... JJ, can you still hear me? Okay, JJ, I cannot hear you. Let me just quickly go back to this screen. I hope that it works. Holy smokes! Okay, so okay. Just contact the judge. I was not prepared for this. Okay. Let me try to call JJ again.
Hi.
Hi. So, can you turn on your video so that we can all see you and not just the Skype symbol?
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so you're back.
Hi.
My dueling book crashed, so I'm going to relog onto it again.
Okay. The viewers can hear me, right? Can you guys hear me?
I hope so.
Okay, cool. So currently how the duels have progressed so far. It's a quick update. He normal summoned Armageddon Knight, sent Symbol Skeleton, special summoned the Galatea back. Hasn't sent anything yet. He still has the Galatea up. So he has set the crescendo. And he is getting ready to, I think, to make a play soon.
I actually texted the judge
to pause, right?
Pause, yeah. Did they not stop yet?
Oh, they did. Like the last play that was made was the Armageddon Knight into Galatea. Okay. That's literally it.
So, dueling book still not really happening for me right now. Yikes.
It can happen. It can happen.
I have never had this before. This internet connection is super stable. I mean, I can stream right now, and I don't have frame drops or something, but I cannot open dueling book.
Really? That's interesting.
Really is, isn't it? Okay, so let me just try to start over again.
Okay. All right. So I'd like to thank each people for tuning on in to the Card Sports League Top 32. This is the second match into Top 32 last week or yesterday. Who did we have on yesterday, Leon?
Yesterday we had Tier 0 Gaming versus E-Man Games.
Oh, okay. And, you know, in a strange coincidence or strange scenario, E-Man Games ended up losing that one.
3-0. Okay.
3-0.
Good news, guys. Good news. We are
late on
going to be back in this game in just a second.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Maybe. No promises. Okay, I can see the board. You guys can see too. Let me just tell the judge to let the players continue. And I mean, now from this point, how does Nicolas win this?
It'd be interesting. Like, he uses Symbol Silicon to target the Dingirsu that gets summoned back. He might choose to opt to attach, or he might choose to send.
I think he's going to send the Borlo Dragon. The Borlo Sword, or the Jackal King. Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense, because now he can go into Longirsu under the Boral Sword Dragon, instead of having to attack over the Jackal King with the Longirsu after sending Boral Sword Dragon. because then he would give his opponent 2 more zone to pendulum summon in, and now he gives him none if he decides to go for a long Girsu.
Exactly.
So very well played. And now his opponent is basically left at nothing except for the one lonely Dark Worm in his graveyard.
Exactly. It's correct. But there is an upside to this, though. If he does use the long Girsu effect, he can't attack with it, but he can attack with something else. So if he has like a Gizmek in hand or anything, he can still disrupt the board.
Yeah, but long
But that
Girsu
doesn't seem...
is also a quick effect due to Babel.
Yep.
He probably set up a Crescendo. I'm pretty sure the set card is a Crescendo.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Yep. So he tried to use the effect of Dark Worm that got crescendoed. Does have 2 cards in hand. One of them we do know that is still the Gate 0 that he searched off of the Dark Worm a few turns ago, and a blind card that he drew off the top of his deck. So we'll see how much that'll be able to influence his turn. Should be okay. Duelist Alliance allows him to add
put in a lot of work now.
Ash. Oh.
So it won't.
Oh. No, it won't at all. It will not. I think that might be it, actually.
I have to now still try and fix some issues with the deck list.
So what he's trying to figure out, the options that he could probably go into, I don't think that there's much of any. I think this, like, literally a curtain raiser probably, or there's nothing really.
So I'm trying to get up the deck list again so I can check if there is an issue with the effect Veiler. And wow, he just pendulum summoned Time Gazer Magician.
And defense, and that's passing the turn.
Oh, he can
so
draw
summoning
for Mermaid.
Yep. While getting his orchestrated, his Orca's Nightmare out of deck. Crazy. Of course.
He forgot it, and it's not mandatory, so.
Ugh.
Okay.
So I think he's just trying to push for game. I don't think he's really. I don't think he really cares too much about the draw.
I mean, a draw is a draw.
That's true.
This should be game now.
Yep. So attacking for, and that is the match.
All right. 1 second. Let me just try and get this deck list up. Okay, so that was
Armageddon Duelists. That was.
Why is everything so slow? Why do I have to do the investigation? I'm confused. Or was that the French Legacy?
No. The one with the Veiler? It was the Armageddon Duelist.
Right?
It was on the pure Orcus variant.
Okay.
With the failures.
I think that everything is okay. I'm pretty sure that everything is okay. I just received a text that apparently the links that were sent were kind of different from the ones that were sent in the PDF that wasn't the same email. Very confusing.
Okay.
But okay. So it's indeed different. This End Effect Veiler is on the list, so everything is fine. If you guys are watching, thank you for clarifying that. I was a bit confused because something's changed, and we are... Wait, so Armageddon won that one, right?
Yep.
Francesco
and they
lost,
already...
so that's 1-1. And we are going to switch back to our faces to find out if the third game is still going. So, the names of the players were... Okay.
That would be
Apparently
Flavio, right?
Yeah, Flavio.
Okay.
The game is over, right?
Let's take a look. Yeah, they are not. They're not up. I think the match is over.
Oh, Flavio Palumbo just said that he won. Okay, so
Okay.
Armageddon Duelist Gaming won the match versus the French Legacy. The French Legacy isn't out yet because we are playing with a losers bracket. I'm sorry for all the inconveniences. That was quite the connection breakdown for me. I blame Dueling Book. And
so cumbersome.
Thank you guys for watching. As always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following and whatnot. I hope you guys are going to have a great weekend. I hope many of you guys play the big regional in Cologne or the Dutch Open. That is also going to happen simultaneously, I think.
Yep.
I won't be there. Basti won't be there. JJ won't be there. But it's still gonna be an amazing event, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so thank you guys for watching again, and have a good night. See you.
Till next time, be awesome, stay awesome, guys.